I've helped thousands of people transform their bodies. Challenge me on anything health related after I say that. Good luck. I'd be so interested in what happens to your data after that.
Most AI business content shows you the polished highlight reel, and this is not that. This is a real planning call between me and my partner, Zach Lloyd. We're 2 months into building Zero to Automated. We have over 100 members in the community, and so you're about to watch us figure out how to run our first in-person AI workshop this summer in Northwest and Central Indiana. We're talking about the offer, the format, and the whole 90-minute play for the entire workshop. So if you've ever wondered what it actually looks like to plan a real AI business with a partner, no script, no edits, this one is for you. Here's the call. I was thinking a lot about the in-person AI workshop things that we could be doing over the summer.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. I have some ideas for that. Really excited about that because I think that's going to be just an awesome opportunity for the both of us to it's going to be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
The fun part / hard part is getting people there. But I think we could easily do that with just within our network, and then even mess around with some ads. And if we want to spend $50, I'm sure we could get a lot of people there because it's
for
local ads, geographic ads, and say the Valpo, the region area, or Rensselaer, or even Fishers, $50 would go a very long way.
Oh yeah, I have a pretty solid network in Valpo, but I don't ever use it. So I imagine if I pushed for a couple days, I could get a reasonable amount of people to show up for sure.
Yeah, perfect. And I mean, we could all, like I said, we could play around with paid too, but we're gonna be putting on a free AI workshop and showcasing some pretty cool outcomes. So I think it'll be hopefully a no-brainer for a lot of business owners.
Definitely. Did you talk to your guy in Fishers yet?
No, because I was waiting. I figured today we'll sync up, whether it's not right now or shortly after this call. Just I want to make sure we are on the same page about what the presentation, briefly what we go over.
Yeah.
And not before I pitch it to him. I don't know how much information he'll need, but then I'll send that text today and see if I can talk with him.
Here's my thought.
Yeah.
We present on AI system in a box, and that onboards people into Claude. So we build up to it, just like we do in the AI system into a box. And so the promise can be even bigger. And so everybody can leave with it. We get more testing, we get more testimonials. We get somebody to video people as they're leaving. But the presentation should be on that because that's the product. Yeah. And then we get people into the group for the whatever the monthly is if they want more assistance with it. So it's here's how we're going to do it. Here's the presentation. Bring your laptop if you want, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or we give them a free week or something like that in the group. I don't know, something like that. But what do you think?
We can totally do that. We can do a 7-day free trial. That way we get them all in, and then we can give them a taste of the AI system in a box. And I'm a totally big outcome. So then our presentation is literally going through the unlock for that. And then my next question for that is go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. So how are you thinking about is that the end result is get them in the community, or is there do we want to come up with any sort of AI implementation offer? Because I'm sure there'll be a couple business owners where it's this is great, guys, but I'm just the founder. Honestly, the person that manages most of the stuff wasn't here or whatever, or even just this is great, but I have some other ideas of other AI things I want to implement. If you guys are interested in doing that, should we have any sort of take it a step further type thing to that?
100%. Yeah, 100%. I'm just thinking of I'm just thinking of the offer of what they're gonna get when they show up. That's all, for sure, no doubt.
And that's
but how we do that, we got to figure that out because you got your own way of doing things. I have my own way of doing things, and I think that's where it's gonna be a little tricky. So
for sure,
I don't know. I haven't thought about that, but we could just do leads, and it's people are going to stick around and talk to you. So the people that you talk to that are interested in that, great. And then if not, we just both have our own information. I don't know if we do something like that. I haven't thought about that at all. I was
Yeah.
thinking more of the offer because I was like, how are
Yeah.
we going to get
Perfect.
people in the door? That type of thing.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that, and I think we'll wow them in an hour or however long we do it for that it is you think an hour I think 90 minutes isn't a bad idea, that we can have some time for, like, Q&A,
Yeah,
or do you think, are you fine with that? Like, I'm thinking when I pitch it to
for sure.
my guy I know in Fishers, I'll shoot for, like, 90 minutes, and then are you thinking, oh, because I know, like, you obviously still have clients for fitness and stuff. Are you thinking, like, would a weekend be best or, like, some sort of weeknight thing, like 6 to 7:30? I don't know what you're like, what you could do, and I don't even know what he's gonna tell me either, but if I the more of an idea we have.
Yeah, I'll make whatever I have to make work. Like if it's a thing in Fishers and I need to take a couple days off for it, I will.
'Kay.
So whatever like is going to get the most people there, I guess. Here
Okay.
it's super easy because I have the space. So I can just run ads on every single day of the week at like 6 p.m. and then I can do Saturday as well. And then after doing that for pre signups, it'll be obvious what days work better. And then
Yeah,
the rest of the month just keep running that essentially.
perfect.
Like
Okay,
that's kind of how I've been thinking about it. And that's what I did for like fitness stuff.
perfect. Like, you would have, like, different variants for different days of the week to see which one people would bite on?
So it's like Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to like 7:30, like you said, and then Saturday morning at 9 a.m. to 10:30. And it's like sign up and do that for a week. And you have people pre-sign up to say that they're going to show up, and then you run 6 days. And then after the 6 days, you'll have a really good idea based off signups and stuff like that for running it again.
Yeah, that's great, that's great. Okay,
I,
perfect.
this this is going to be the most. I'm concerned I'm going to get too much business out of this.
Yeah, for the AI OS
Yeah,
or
because
AI.
I don't. Again, I'm not a super like social person on the weekdays because I'm taking care of the kids. But like I go down, I mean, my gym's close to downtown. Like I'm around and I know people, and
Yeah.
nobody I know still is talking about this stuff.
No.
So even if there's a couple people in Valpo that I don't know about that are talking about it, they're just like they're so small they don't matter yet. So I just think this is such a good environment for it. Just like you
100%.
said with Fishers. So
Yeah.
it,
Short and
it's just
sweet.
gonna come down to time.
Yeah, perfect. I will, yeah, that's enough information, I think, to because, like, the way I see it is, like, yeah, we're doing this for free, and we just get in however much time, like, my friend wants to give us. Is if he's like, you could do a Monday through Friday, or, like, you could do this Thursday, Friday, and a Saturday morning here, yeah, we'll take it and roll with it, and then, but, like, it's a no-brainer. I think, like, the one thing, like, because his is in economic development, I told you that he works for, so
Yeah.
maybe you know how these things work more than I do, um, but I'd imagine, like, stuff like that, they would probably put on events, like, I don't know, would they charge us to rent out a space? And even so, I'm very confident we'll get an ROI on it, so I'd pay, but, like, the way I see it, I don't even know, like, would they charge us since it's totally helping the local businesses, and it's
Usually
like a
it just depends. It just depends. Because of what we're talking about, I would be kind of shocked if somebody charged us because we're
yeah,
giving so much value.
mhm,
And it's the topic of the world right now.
exactly.
So I'd be surprised, but if they did, that's fine, and it probably wouldn't be a lot of money, I would assume. It just comes down to like the structure of it. So usually they charge money because they have like somebody managing the event for you or something like that. That's a common thing. And then like, are you gonna have coffee, stuff like that? Um, so yeah,
Small stuff. Cool.
yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.
But and then like in Fishers, I mean, Fishers is so big, we could just do it on like a Friday night and a Saturday morning or once a week, and that would be plenty. I don't think we would be able to handle that much after
No.
that. Fishers, because you're gonna pull. That's just such a big area. I don't think we'd
Yeah,
have to do many nights there. I think you'd do one, and then you'd get invited back. That type of thing.
yeah.
But here, because I have the location and I control every variable, I could do it every single night if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like that's
Which is awesome. And that's yeah. No, that's easy.
so
Perfect.
and I yeah, I don't know what you would want to do with that situation. And I'm not even recommending we have to do that. I'm just saying
I'm
it's an
like I said,
easy way to do it because it's just
I'm
like
home for the
you just
summer.
go
Yeah,
hard for 1 week, and then after that, then you have data, and then you just do it once a week after that, and then you
yeah,
can change it. You can change the course because essentially you just built an email list for local people, and you have their phone
exactly.
numbers because it's local. So I got phone numbers, emails, and names, and then you have people that are interested in services, and so you just call those people all week long, and then you just keep running it for the whole month, and
Yeah.
that's like how I do a fitness boot camp essentially.
Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like yeah, 'cause I told you this the other day, like I'm all in on something like I have no job for the summer and
Yeah.
I like obviously want to make money, but I also know that this is like a longer game in terms of doing this. So
I don't
whatever that
know,
looks like.
Zach. It's not. You need to make money to yesterday. We both
Yeah,
do. So
yeah,
that's what I'm
right,
saying.
right.
One of these events, it's a couple $1,000s per person to onboard them onto whatever they need in their business to solve the problem. And then you upsell from there. And then you also have recurring revenue based off of the solution, or it's just a one time install. But it's
Yeah,
at least $1,000 to $5,000 every single time.
yeah,
There's no reason we
right.
can't do that, and you can't
Yeah,
do that. You know what I'm saying?
you're right.
None.
For sure.
You have the credibility, you have the agency. We have
Yeah.
a product that's kicking ass on
Yeah,
school
no
right
kidding.
now. It's just the problem is nobody knows about it.
Yeah, you're
That's
right. I
it.
needed this. This
It
is a good
works
pep talk.
amazing. I keep seeing people talking about like things on social media, and it's like they have one piece figured out, but they don't have the whole freaking 7 days wrapped into one, and then just onboard somebody completely with superpowers. I mean, that's literally what it does.
Yeah. You're
Have you
right.
heard any
You're right.
negative things about it?
No, no, everyone's blown away by it.
Like
That I
I could name off 5 things that drive me crazy about it right away because obviously I know it
you
so
built it.
well. But I'm like, I'm not touching those things because nobody's complaining about anything yet. There was like
No.
a word that was confusing to my dad. That was one thing that I need to change, which was fair. And that was it. That's all I've heard.
Yeah.
And it's not
That's
like we've had
incredible.
100 people go through it. I realize that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, the product's
We'll get
not the
people through it
problem
though.
anymore. We have a product market fit. Now we just need to get it to professionals and non-tech people and small business owners. That's it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a marketing
For sure,
problem.
I mean no, for sure it's a marketing problem. And I think, yeah, this is gonna fix it. Then sweet, okay, I'm trying to think about anything else to like, any more questions to ask about that. I needed that too, kind of like the pep talk confidence thing. I just yeah,
I'm gonna get my offer structure done this week at some point. And then I can share that with you and kind of just like show you what I'm thinking about
yeah.
it, you know.
So
But
that's a
that,
question too. So do you want to do like I guess so like we had say we have people come in the door, people want the like higher ticket. How do we want to divvy that up? Because like do we want to still do that separate, right? Or do we want
yeah,
to like you take the first, I'll take the second, or we'll both talk with them and like
yeah,
decide how it works, or like, hey, we're gonna because we both put on the like presentation, everything, like we'll still divvy it up, but like we each, no matter what, like whoever it goes to gets 90%, the other person gets like 10%. I like how do we want to do that? Or do we want to just combine forces, which I understand like we both want to have some agency in this too. And I
yeah.
don't want either of us to be like locked down. Like we have the community too. So I don't want us to feel pressure like at all to do any of that or like to go do our own thing. Like you kill up in Valpo and then like I put on my own events in like Rensselaer or the surrounding area, right? I think that
Right.
is something we should talk about or like hammer out within the next week or so, just so we're both on the same page. And like I said, like let's do this the most like mature and like it's obviously gonna be mature, but the like most practical way possible.
Yeah.
That still gives us both the freedom because like we do both have slightly different areas of like expertise, and I think it could. Tell me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like it might get confusing or really hard to divvy up work on projects. That's like my one concern is like say someone wants this really elaborate system built out. You're the expert at it, so you basically just like build it all because like you just do that in your own Cloud Code instance, whatever. Well, then it's like, all right, well, I'm here. Like I really didn't do anything. I don't deserve any of that. So like, sorry, I'm kind of blabbering here, but
No, yeah.
we can talk
This
about this
this
later
is
too. I don't want
no, we should just do it now. Let's knock it out.
to.
I This is why I said think about how we can work online better together
Mhm.
because it's hard to answer any of that because we don't have standard operating procedures or a
Yeah.
way to have any confidence that we could do something in a reasonable amount of time like together.
Yep.
Like you just said, like I get problem and then I go build it on my own thing. And like you, same thing. You get the thing and then you
Yeah.
go build on your own thing. So like that's not I don't even know how I would begin to share that. So like that's what I've been thinking about is what does that look like? Because we want the client to come in one door and then have their problem solved as soon as possible in the most efficient way and then have a
Mhm.
great feeling and then share it with the world. And so how do we do that together? And I think that's something we haven't done well at all yet,
For
which
sure.
it wasn't a goal. So of course we weren't going to do well at. But that's what would be concerning is if one of us was signing up somebody for zero to automated customized build, and it's like, okay, well, now what? Who does the texting? Who does the emailing? Who does the initial call? Who's setting up the project? What is in the project? What is our standard operating procedure for sending out like templates and actually getting their passwords and installing things for them. And then what does the handoff look like? Like none of that is built out. And that's what I
No.
was thinking of before we got on the call, the other day. I was like, that there's just no way I could possibly sell somebody today on something for both of us because I don't even know what it
No.
looks like.
No, exactly. It's a great point. Yeah,
So
that
that's
was those
that's where I'm
yeah,
like leaning towards if we want to get started as soon as possible. You have your own website right now. I have my own website,
yeah.
and we just run with it. I think you're limiting yourself though if you're going to say you only do what you've been doing inside the agency. I
In in
I
terms
would
of
be
what?
I'd be weary of that. Like just this agency mentality because
Uh-huh.
it just sets people to have a preconceived notion of okay, he's a agency, he just incorporated AI. And I say just like it's not a small thing. I'm just
No.
saying we get all these business owners in there and they probably have some agencies already. So like they're not going to want to mess with that right away. They're going
Yeah.
to be like, "Okay, I've never used Claude before. How do I use Claude?" And then two, you guys did a 20 or 30-minute call with me and then we send them a document that just like gives them every idea that we have to install into their business just like kind of the system in a box does and then say we can do this in the next 48 hours, do you want it? And then
Yeah.
you and I can figure it out together. Like if there's something that I haven't done with social media before or whatever, then I'm going to ask you obviously. But it's like
Yep.
you can do everything I've been doing. There's no way you can't. There's no way you
Uh-huh.
can't. So like
Yeah. That's good to know.
just be I and again, you might decide that that's not what I want to do. Like you might say, Zach, I see what you're saying, but like I like this and I want to stay in this niche, then great. Like that makes our jobs even easier, honestly, because I'll just give you all of that agency business, um,
Yeah.
and then I'll do all the other stuff. Like I'm happy with
Mhm.
that. But
Yeah,
I think I would get 60% of the work and you'd get 40% of the work. Best case. Because I think there's going to be people that are going to say, I have a CRM and I do Zooms and I have incoming calls. And there's going to be people that are just one of those. So incoming calls, okay, I'll build you a customized voice agent that's going to handle all of those calls. that's going to get all the data you need. And then every time you call them, you will be prepared for that. And it'll be a sales call instead of a discovery call. And then you'll sell them on the first call instead of the next call. And then the guy with the CRM, it's like, okay, we connect those to your CRM now, or we build you a new CRM. And then the third one, what was it? I forgot what I said. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Those three separate things, one person could have that problem, or one person could have all those problems. And it's like, we can fix all of those, both of us.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but the person that's like, I have, content, social media, ads, like there's 10 different problems inside of that. And it's like, okay, you want all those problems? Like, great. And then we do a custom agency thing for you. But what I'm saying is like, no, we do it all. And then what we do is, this is where the recurring revenue and the business starts scaling faster, is we do the first install, which is kind of like what I've been working on lately with the insurance stuff, right? Is we do phase one install, and it solves your biggest, hairiest problem. And you're just like, oh, this is amazing. I'm saving 10 hours a week. And then phase two is like optional. Phase three is optional, but we keep stacking more automation into your business. And then for some people, it's going to be just phase one. Like, it's a simple business. It's like you do wedding, not wedding. You do real estate. You're a real estate agent. So it's like people call you all the time to ask you about questions about this house, and it's right there on Zillow, but they're still calling you. Like, why are you talking to people like that anymore? It was a waste of time. They should be calling your AI assistant and asking all of those questions, and your AI assistant has all of that information already. Right? And so, like, boom,
Yeah.
we fix that, and then we're done. It's a real estate agent. They're like, okay, good. I have a CRM already. Yeah, this is great though, guys. I'll check in with you in 6 months. Great, boom. It's just like that one thing. But like, I'll do 10 of those, and then you would just be working on the one agency thing. I don't like, we both need to do everything.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And then
Um,
worst case scenario, Zach, worst case scenario, you know what? We've been working on this for the last 24 hours, and this is actually going to be much bigger build than we thought it was going to be. So uh, here is option to have your money back, and here's a referral to somebody else, like a developer of some sort, right? But like, I don't think that's going to happen. But that's worst case scenario. And like, so what? Like,
yeah.
the person's like, wow, you still taught me so much about my business, and this has been great. Thank you so much. I will definitely
Yeah.
send more business your way. Like, that's
Sure.
the
The power of it.
yeah,
Sweet. So you're selling, yeah, so you're, because this has been a point of a lot of internal thought for myself, is the
yeah,
like, use the, and I was talking about this with a friend later last week. Like, you use, because I'm a quick, really, really quick backstory. One of my
yeah,
friends, he works for a startup. They like do mass headshots for corporations. They do like a couple $1 million a year. I
yeah,
like, to the end of January, met with him to basically go over like how he can leverage Claude Code for SEO content,
yeah,
and like gave him like an hour and a half, 2 hour consulting call. Left him with some Claude skills to go and use, set up his MCPs and everything. And like, in the last 2.5 months, they've 6x their leads in like 65 days. Like 6x, which is absurd, right?
yeah,
So like, I was talking with him, I was like, and I like to hear I think I have your answer here, but it's like, where my head's been at, like, just as like someone like, like, once again, I know the money's out there, and like you said, like, it needs to be taken, because like, I can't just sit around and wait. Action. I need to put some action to it. But like, do I go and just use the playbook I know to do marketing for people, which is like, you have a proven ROI, and like the AI is just an internal thing I don't really sell them on. I sell them on the outcome.
yeah,
Or do I go and like do we go and do like the AI, which I think you're more so talking about AI implementation. And there could even be a tier of that too that's just like AI coaching for teams that like want to do it all internally. Like, you like we just like sit down with them for 3 or 4 hours and coach them and train them to basically just use everything themselves internally, if they want to have
yeah,
like just a running like marketing system, which is like
right.
super easy. Like, yeah, so I don't know. So that's like where my head's been at. But like, I think AI implementation is definitely a bigger price point, and it's like, that's where our,
I
I
don't know if
say
it's a
our, like,
bigger
not
price
put together,
point.
but that's where like, what's up?
I don't know if it's a bigger price point. I don't know if I agree with you
No,
on that.
AI
I don't. That's
implementation.
not, and that's not what I'm trying to say either.
Yeah,
Because what I hear you saying is, there's 5 different things I could do, but I've been doing this one, it's been working well, so I should probably keep doing it. And I agree with you 100%. But
Okay.
with the in-person stuff, I it's just I don't think it's going to be equally shared if we do it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
If
again,
we do it the
it's
same
about
with the
what we're showing people. It's not about what you and I do behind closed doors. Because you and I will like we can figure that out. Like you and I have that relationship where we can just figure that out. So it's like,
yeah,
oh, Zach, like I'm coming to you and I'm like, dude, I can't do 10 of these in the next 2 weeks. I just can't. And so, but you can do this part, this part, this part, and then I can do this part, this part, this part, and they were like, all right, perfect. Revenue share, like 50-50, 60-40, like whatever makes sense. It'll just be kind of obvious because about the
okay,
time.
perfect.
But
Yeah,
but if you want to keep prioritizing that inside of like your individual, agency for lack of a better word, then yeah, you should totally do that because that's the testimonials you already have. 100%.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But I just like we need to decide what that looks like between us so we're not confusing people. That's all I'm saying is like what are we showing people? And it's like at the gym, it's like, okay, or at the gym, these guys are AI automation specialists for lack of a better term. Because again, like the terms, it's confusing more and more people by day. And so like I have agentic engineer on LinkedIn, and I'm literally doing engineering, today, and I've been doing that for weeks. However, most people don't even know what that means. So
No.
like it's like no, we just gotta simple this, make it simple, 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 simple. Right. And then what
Really?
we do behind closed doors, forget like that's we'll figure
Yeah.
that out. It's not a problem.
Okay.
But I'm more thinking of like what are the steps, like we have the offer, and then what are the steps they take. And so for me, it's like the free giveaway that we have or the trial that we have that makes people show up is like AI system in a box, and then we onboard them, show them, and that displays in that hour of presentation. Holy smokes, these guys built this. They can answer every single question we have with authority and confidence. And then, by the way, go do this one thing, and we'll tell you what your business needs, right? And essentially, it's like that. That's the flywheel for us. And then you and I behind closed doors can decide what that looks like. But I'm just thinking of like the live event. That needs to be just one thing.
One thing.
I
And I
mean, and
think the
again,
AI
if you don't agree, tell me you don't agree. I just that's how I'm.
No, I do agree. I do agree for sure. I think AI system in the box is what we showcase because like it's amazing. It's what we built. That a worst case scenario gets them in the community. We could do like for coming to it, they get 7 days free. That'll be easy to set up, but they'll just get a free trial for it. And then we can have like obviously like other things. Like also we could just sell them on like look, the space is moving fast. By being in the community, you're giving us like you're just trusting us to like we'll keep you up to date on everything, yada yada yada.
Right.
And then yeah, like then we could just briefly talk like you said. I do like that idea. Like they don't need to understand how it would work behind closed doors, but just like we could shout out like if you guys like if you said like please first set this up, but if there's like other automation or like other things that you've been thinking about automating in your business, or you want to sit down with us and have like an hour assessment, like we'll do an assessment of your business and give you some like done for you automations, like kind of going like the AI, like I don't want to say audit, but like the AI assessment route too. And then that could be, we could even charge for that. Like if you guys want to have like a sit down, like 500 or $1,000 AI assessment, we'll do a deep dive and then we'll tell you what to automate. And then
Yeah.
maybe that's the next step. And then after that, it's like we come to them with a plan for every person, with like, here's all the stuff you can automate. Like, here's the tools you need. You guys want to do it for yourself, or do you want us to like help you do that for you? That
Right.
can maybe be that
Right.
like next step after we get them with the AI system in a box. Does that
100%.
track?
Yeah. It's like yeah. It's
Okay.
the
And
event is I think is more clear now. And then the lead magnet is still AI system in a box, getting
mhm,
people in the community, getting their information. And then we have specific people then to upsell into. There's all that, but if you'd like a discovery call, then, and again, I want to automate the discovery call, but
I think we can, yeah, for sure. Like we
yeah,
could build a voice agent to do that for us in like 20, 30 minutes.
yeah, for the most part, yeah, 100%.
Or like now that it would take us this I saw someone on X do it, but like they do like they automate this now. Like they originally were doing a 45-minute like AI assessment, and now they have a voice agent, and the person, they just send them the voice agent, and it's 20-minute, like it's like says it takes them 20 minutes to get interviewed. And then from that
Right.
they just automate building a slide deck, and then they sit down with them like 2 days later and go over the entire automation plan and then
Perfect. Yeah,
figure
that's exactly it. Right. So you have the discovery call, and then we take that on one for the first couple ones that we need to, and then automate it. And then second, like you said, slide deck. Perfect. That's what I mean is like the phases. So
okay.
that's the greatest because you you start revealing problems and the opportunities and the solutions inside of that, and then that's theirs to keep. But then it's like, hey, if you want this and you want it done, like we could do this for you in the next 48 hours. Like that's the sales call that you take and then you just handle. And then, like I said, then you have a relationship and then you work on whatever the upsell is based off of their needs.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
totally on board with that. Let me see if I can find a graphic real quick, and 'cause I just saw this like just the other day. Um, but no, that's exactly it. Let me see if I can copy this. Oh, of course, it's by the guy. It's by the Corey Gainham guy because he's basically done this playbook that I think we're
Yeah. It's a,
talking.
it's a, it's a simple
But
consulting playbook. Yeah.
yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Discovery,
cool.
analysis, report. Perfect. Yep.
That's
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
And
Just like that.
we're
That's it.
already doing the AI meetup. That's easy.
Yep.
um, something we could both even just do on
Oh,
our own. Is
7
like
ways to sell it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, right,
you just have
exactly.
obviously, yeah, you know the playbook. Okay,
See,
sweet.
so this is the thing, like, all of that is nothing to do with AI. It's the same old playbook every business has been doing from the dawn of time with
Yeah,
consulting and coaching, and so that's a perfect example of, okay, this is what I mean is, like, we don't have a product issue, we have a marketing issue.
yeah,
And the capturing of those flows where people are not getting stuck somewhere and we don't talk to them for days because I that's one thing I've always been like super serious about with the coaches in the gym. I was like, the moment a lead comes in, you call them in less than 3 minutes if possible. And if you, unless you're with somebody else, there's no reason not to call them with today's, and this is before AI, with
yeah,
today's, right? So because they're warm, and that's what I mean is like that's where us coming together is tricky because I have my own ways of doing that, you have your own ways of doing that, and that's what we need to figure that out and have a working environment where and I know when I wake up in the morning, I know what's going on, where people
mhm,
are in the loop, who we need to follow up on, all that stuff, right? And then
for sure.
obviously the roles for us.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Do you want to talk about that then, kind of more so? Because I've brainstormed a little bit on that.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know if you have your own thoughts or like answers that like what you're thinking for it, but the way that I was talking with Claude Code about it. I think also was obviously giving my own thoughts, but I
Yeah.
think it's like you could just build some sort of dashboard that is a GitHub repo that we share. There's a dashboard element to that, but then there's like a hook that fires as soon as we both get in Claude, and then as soon as we leave Claude, that like auto updates and tells us like since you were last in, like here's what Zach Lloyd
Mm,
did,
mhm.
here's what you did, like here's any questions. Like there'd be a page that has like, there'd be a shared task list, so who's doing what by when.
Yep.
Um, the like an activity feed, so when one of us finishes something, the other sees it. A questions queue that just like we whenever we talk next, or like if you like whenever we talk next, we have like a questions queue of things we need to go over or clear up. I mean, it's not like we could even do that, sort that out via, I guess, like this whole dashboard thing too. A next call agenda. It's like something we could just place on like whenever we're actually going to be talking next.
Yep.
Scheduled reminders, like you said, like that's just we could build that out. So we get pings of things, a decision log, so we don't relitigate the same choices every 2 weeks. And like I said, a dashboard that shows all of this at like a glance, and it would be fired by a hook, which you understand that a bit better than I do, but like, and then it would just be this shared like living thing that we could both have and house in our own like working directories that we work out of, but it wouldn't be like we could still have our own individual vaults because that's like that was the one thing I had to overcome is like we can't both just share our entire vault. That's not something either of us are going to do. But this
Right.
is something we can each have as like a shared repo within that, and it could be live. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah. And
I can also
so,
share with you this whole like markdown document I have explaining it. But
yeah. And you said that would be a dashboard that would be on GitHub that we both access. And then the hook. So for me, I have to close out my Claude sessions. It's very important.
yeah,
um, but the hook after I close out would update it. Um, and then you're going to see that right. So it's not technically real time. It's after it's updated. So you would want to, we would both want to make sure we're updating regularly, obviously. And like for me, like I leave Claude hanging a lot. So, but that's not a problem. I'm just thinking of like anything that would make that not work. That's essentially what I was thinking too, using GitHub where we could sync together on that.
yeah.
And then as far as the dashboard, we could change that over time. That's not super important.
No.
The
And yeah, go ahead.
I'm thinking of the offer. Where does that live?
That could live in this as just like a file if we wanted it to.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna what's the see, like, we're running into we could even have another thing too, like, within it, like, important shared docs, like, a
Yep.
page where we can, like, view the offer because like, that's what I'm thinking, like, I would upload this, for example, to that so we could both see it. Um, yeah, hold on, let me share this with you. Uh, so you can give it to your Claude. What do you think the easiest way to do that is? I'm just gonna
You just throw it in chat.
yeah, I will do that. Can you copy and paste my message? It's a long oh, wait, hold on, it's longer. I'm gonna text you it, if and then
Okay.
if it's gonna be in Markdown,
Okay.
so you can just copy and paste that.
Got it. Feasting in the comfort of the Shire. That's what Claude's doing right now.
Did you set those up automatically?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
I had a hook too that ran. Are you familiar with Leroy Jenkins? Are you familiar with that?
What's that from? I've
Really
heard that.
old meme. Really old meme.
I know that
So just
from
fire it. Yeah. Long story. It's like a gaming thing. Long story short. And this guy, it was like one of the first gaming memes that went big. Like, I don't know how long ago it was. Probably, dude, it's probably like 2001. I don't, for honestly, that old. But anyways, every time I hear it, I just laugh because it reminds me of like being a kid and gaming a lot. And so, anyways, it just fires randomly sometimes when I'm working. So it's just like such good pattern interrupt to just have a good laugh.
is it plays it aloud?
Yeah, I play. I got the sound clip for it.
That's awesome.
Okay, Claude is done. All right. It thinks that the the auto push is like somehow going to send something sensitive. I don't know about that. We can put rules on it
You
essentially to not share client
I was
data,
gonna say
I
what
guess. I'm
yeah.
not sure what to be concerned about. I mean, it's just a dashboard for our business operations. I'm not sure what would be super sensitive there.
Yeah,
Um,
me neither.
yeah, and then it's yeah, it's tripping up on some of my custom systems. It's like talking about my OpenClaw bot and unedited. So we're gonna
How that
skip that.
plays into it.
This repo, yeah, it it's actually, you know what? Side note, does your Claude have a very like well pronounced personality?
I would say yes. Yeah, but I've kind of like changed it recently to be more like just like to be more like cut through the bullshit,
Yeah, yeah.
to put it bluntly.
I
Does
had
yours?
somebody text me. This is actually one of our members, and I was like almost shocked. And I was really curious, like, what did you put in your global prompts? Because I they were having an issue with some development, and I said, you have to bring in another model to review your code. Like Opus is the best by far, but you need another model to cross-check things, and it's the only way, in my opinion, to build. Unless you're a actual developer and you don't
Yeah.
need that for some reason, like that's your thing. But if you're not so, and they told their Claude about it, and this is verbatim what it said, or they said it's telling me, aka Claude, that Claude Opus is good enough and we don't need to get codecs involved.
That's hilarious.
And I was like, seriously? I've never had Claude talk to me like that and go against kind of like what I'm dictating needs to happen.
No, no.
And
No, me neither. Nothing close to that.
yeah, so I was like, that's very strange. And then he said, now it told me agent is tired slash distracted.
Whoa. Did they
I was
like
like, "What are you feeding your Claude?" I have not seen anything like that before.
that's
Um,
like
so
scary.
anyways,
That's like
I just
like that's like when
yeah,
you hear like
it gives you
my
a weird vibe.
it does give you a weird vibe. Like my agent realized it's an agent, so now it won't work for me anymore because it thinks I'm like using it.
So anyways, side note on that because I wanted to read more about what you had sent me. Um, so yeah, I think this is a good start. I think this is a good start.
Yeah,
And then we can test it out and go from there. But essentially for everybody listening, you create the GitHub and then we both are sending to it and then it's private. And then we set up a dashboard inside of that we can access that is running. And then we are constantly pushing to that repo with the updates based off of the client or the calls or whatever it is going on. And then every time we're working inside of our own Claude development that's related to that project, then Claude will send that update or commit and push. And then every time Zach and I are working at different times, then we can have a one place dashboard that is up to date, essentially, which
yeah,
sounds really good. And then I'm thinking you have your own website. I have my own website. We have our own offers, essentially. Is
for
that what
sure.
you're thinking too?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think that's the easiest and like for both of us. And then, like you said, looking more to like the summer, I really think these are going to be a bang, and it'll be to the point where like one of us, maybe this is a little bit more up your wheelhouse than mine, but I know how to do it. And it's like, dude, like I'm flooded with too many people. Like I don't think it's going to be a problem to get the clients in that we could just even like evenly divvy it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In
Then I
some way,
think then I think we funneled like we've been doing. We funneled to zero to automated with everything. And then
for
what
sure.
we need to add then is your website and offer inside of the classroom somewhere, and then mine inside the classroom as well. And so we have our own offers, our own websites, and then people can make their decisions based off of whatever they're making their decisions off of. And then, like you and I said, when one of us needs help or gets jammed up, like that's what we would do anyways. Is who
Yep.
else are we gonna talk to or call? So we can go off that, and then with the live in-person events, the same thing is basically taking place, and we're both kind of doing the presentation in a very 50-50 split, and I don't see any issues with that as well.
No, no. I mean, we're both so. I think a lot of the value too is going to come from the Q&A, which is like that can evenly be fielded because it's
100%.
probably easiest for one person to walk. we can't like one computer will need to be used to showcase
Right,
if we have
right,
a
right.
blockchain system.
Right, and I was thinking about people doing it live. That's just not gonna be possible because some people are slower than others. Like
No.
when my dad did it, he took a very long time because he was really thinking through the questions, and he hadn't he didn't have any of that information readily available. Where some people that have a ongoing business or ongoing professional life, it's a little easier for them to just be like, "Oh yeah, the 7 emails I sent out this week are perfect for this," and just grab them real quick because they're
Yeah.
working on their business regularly. So I don't think that'll be reasonable. If somebody wants to try it, they can obviously. But like you said, I think it's what like we're gonna project it onto the wall or the screen or whatever, show them how it's done, but really more present on the structure and the outline of how it works, and then that'll help onboard them, and then do the Q&A. Is that kind of what
Yeah.
we're leading towards?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And then obviously
Yeah.
we can workshop that specifically out,
Yeah.
but I just want to be on the
And
same page so we're both thinking in the right direction.
for sure. And it's like an easy just like, "Hey, we're giving you all like as a thanks for being here." But I don't know if we can set it up via promo code or something, or if we just make the community that 7-day free trial anyways. But like for being here, we're giving you all 7 days free access to the community. So like go through, install the system. Um, and then yeah, and then once they're inside there, they can take it a step further. We could like once again, we can briefly, I don't see any harm in briefly mentioning that while we have them all there. Of like if you want to take things a step further, like we're more than happy to do like an assessment, like an AI assessment of your business and yada yada yada. But like the community is where they go. That's the next step
Yeah, 100%. I think this is a really cool uh podcast for us too to share with people because if
for
you
sure.
watched our first video and then you see us now, it's kind of cool if you followed through that process because we had like no idea what we were doing when we started and we were very upfront about that. And then now in a matter of several months, we're to the point where we're going to start doing live workshops. We have over 100 members in our zero to automated group on school. We
Yeah,
have we have revenue, and then we both have had several different personal projects where businesses have hired us on their own accord, and each one has given us a great testimonial personally. So we
um,
have proven that we are delivering on what we're talking about, and nobody knows our name yet, which is so cool because I think everybody wants to be famous, which I think is gross. Like I don't think anybody actually wants to be famous if they knew what it meant, but you can have a very successful business without being famous, and you don't have to have thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of views or followers. And I think that's one thing that's really cool about what we're doing. And the people, the members in our community right now are so cool. All of them are unique and different, but we're all having really cool conversations. And then people are starting to share some really helpful things that they learned. And some of them are things that I've known for like a year and a half. And I was like, I didn't even think about sharing that. That's so helpful. And so,
yeah.
like, having people at different stages too has been really awesome. So, I just want to reiterate that because it's been such a fun adventure. And I know that we both have like you're you're traveling abroad and doing school and doing this, and then I have the family, and then I have the gym business, and I'm doing this. So we
And,
both have been slightly overwhelmed, but
okay.
overall, it's been really fun, and it's been very fulfilling. I think specifically, I'll speak for myself, not you, but it's been really fulfilling for me to do this with you, and just a good reminder on how far we've come.
Couldn't agree more. And I think too, something to add is it is humbling. No, I don't know if humbling is the word, but it's a great reminder running the community. And for me, like making content on Instagram and TikTok to realize how far ahead we are of people, but also it's a good reminder to both of us that like there are so many local brick and mortar businesses to just name one category that haven't unlocked the power of a tool like Claude in its most basic form. And that's really exciting to think about the just the opportunity to help people that exists and like be of service to others that I think this summer is going to unlock for us. And like you said, that's the whole reason we started like, hey, let's meet on a weekly Was it initially, I don't know, it was a weekly or bi-weekly basis we wanted to meet, and we're like, we need to just be recording this. And yeah, it's been a really cool journey to like look back and reflect on, like you said. And like we've only been doing this for 5 months, I think, maybe a little over, but
Yeah.
we've done a lot, and like we both like helped a like small amount of people, but relatively it's been very, very gratifying, satisfying. Um, yeah, it's been fun. I'm really excited to see where this summer goes. And yeah, zero to automated potentially coming to a location near you.
Yes, let's go. All right. I'm gonna try to just freehand this hook for the video. So
By all, go for it.
edit. If you've ever tried to run a business with a partner and watched half of your good ideas just die in text threads, you lost Google Docs and you wait, did I actually do that or not? The phone calls, this one's for you, this one's for me, especially if your partner is also your co-founder in an AI business. If you've ever tried to run a business, if you've ever tried to run a business If you've ever tried to run a business with a partner and watched half of your good ideas just die in the text threads or lost in Google documents, this episode's for you. I'm Zach Lloyd. This is Zach G. We run Zero to Automated community. We do AI assessments, AI automation implementation. So you have a problem in your business, and then we solve it for you, and then we implement it for you. Across the table, sitting for me is Zach G. Together, we built this community, teaching non-technical operators, business owners, professionals, from insurance to real estate, doesn't matter. We've teaching them how to ship AI systems. We both have the testimonials to prove it. Neither of us have figured everything out yet. We're figuring it out together, and we're also sharing it on the podcast every week. So, two debates on the table today is how do we turn all of these tools and assessments and these processes into a live event and something that we can actually book, get revenue out of, but also upsell people and get them into more automation systems and then onto our school community. So, how do we stop operating as these two different entities? That's one thing we're going over today. Without building all of this complexity, what's the simplest way to do it? So, here's the punchline it's a framework in which this means that we should be running it on ourselves. No, this is terrible. Claude wrote
That's
this.
good.
I was going to try to free roam that because like Claude wrote it, but it's kind of long.
I think everything you said was good.
You sure?
But make it a bit, maybe make it a bit more succinct. The second half, where you start talking about the questions we try to solve.
Okay, good.
Like once again, like this video is so bottom of funnel niche, but like the few people that come across it, it's like you and I both talked about that a while ago. To see a video like this, like no one does this. It's all like you see after the come up, quote unquote. So
There we go. Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, I shortened it like 10 times. It was using our MD, and that was giving some very weird words. Okay, today. If you run a business with a partner and half of your good ideas just die in the text threads, this is for you. I'm Zach Lloyd. This is Zach G. Together, we built Zero to Automated. Neither of us have figured everything out. That's the point. That's what we're sharing here on the podcast. However, we do have a community that is over. Two debates. Okay. If you run a business with a partner and half of your good ideas just die in the text threads, this is for you. I'm Zach L. This is Zach G. Together, we built Zero to Automated. Neither of us has figured everything out. That's the point of this podcast. We are sharing it as we go. But what we do have is a community of over 100 people with real revenue, and we are installing real AI automations into businesses and helping professionals on board with AI with our AI system in a box product. The two debates for today are how do we turn our AI assessment tool and AI system in a box into a live event for business owners and professionals to stop operating like the two solo guys we are and come together in that live event to get more people into our audience and upsell them into AI automation.
You're good. You're doing good. You're doing really good.
I think if you just clip me there, I'll be fine, and I'll finish with the last sentence.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Our AI system in a box isn't just our AI system in a box isn't just an offer; it's a framework. And if we can't run it on ourselves, we shouldn't sell it. So watch us try. That's terrible. What does that even mean? This is what happens when you don't prepare. All right. Stop right. What about something like today? You're going to watch us go back and forth and debate on how to run this live event and build a business. Today you're going to watch us debate on how we're going to run our first live event and build a business on the back of it. Something like that.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think,
Okay.
yeah, how to run a live event and build a business off of it.
Today you'll learn. You'll see us. You'll learn how to run how to plan a live event and sell your AI products and services. Today, you'll learn how to plan a live event and sell your AI products and services. And explode your business. How about that?
Love it.
All
Yeah,
right.
perfect.
Today, you're going to learn how to. So oh, you're going to clip me. So today, you're going to learn how, and today, and today, and today, and today, you're going to learn how to, and today, and today, and today, and today, you're going to learn how to plan a live event, sell your AI, and today, you're going to have, and today, you're going to learn how to plan a live event and sell your AI products and services on the back of it to explode your business. There we go. Sweet. Okay. I think on this video, if you spend just like an extra couple minutes on pulling our last bit of conversation about what we've done so far and pulling some of that into the intro with the hook somehow, I think this is going to be a really good video. Does that make sense?
Like you're saying, pull the actual conversation into the
Yeah,
intro.
like
Or
just that little last bit when we were like reminiscing on where we've come from.
Yeah,
That might even be a better hook, and like maybe you pull out one or two of my sentences. I don't know for like the
I could
boom
do
boom.
like the yeah, I could do the like that is how the video starts. Is like the like with music on the background of us like talking about that, a few of the highlights, and then we switches to the intro that you just did, and then it switches to the rest of the video.
Yeah, and I'm just
Like,
saying like couple good clips from that conversation we just had, like at the beginning, like you just said, and then still keep it in for the end so people can watch the whole thing. Obviously, I think that'd be awesome.
yeah. Okay, I'll do
Is
that.
this again? We just like we're chatting up and doing what we are going to normally do, and then it became an awesome video. So I think it's cool.
Sure. Yeah,
All right.
perfect.
What day are you coming back?
I'll be back May 18th is a
Okay.
Monday.
All
That'll be
right.
my first full day back.
All right.
So,
So we have a little time. Um,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm
I
almost thinking like do your offer, do your website, polish it. I'll do the same, and then we add our own things on school. Um, like work with us or something. I don't know. And then we both have like that's the classroom work with us, and then you have yours, I have mine. So we at least have that there. And then for the event, I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking about like the whole dashboard and the GitHub thing. Maybe we don't like make it too complicated like that right away.
Okay, with like not even like with the hooks or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking just because yeah, I don't know. I just think it's gonna add more complexity.
It could, yeah. This is gonna be a good, fun problem to solve though. Like when we do solve it and crack the code, because
And again,
yeah, I'm
worst
trying.
case scenarios, we start getting a couple leads and then we can figure it out on the back end and then decide to,
Yeah,
merge the offer or whatever have you, right? Um,
and so yeah, yeah,
so
perfect. Okay,
an event page, and we need an outline for the actual event, which is like, yeah.
AI
And
system. Yeah,
I might just try to like do one um here with some like friends and like family that I have
do it.
and try to just like yeah, just do something like that just to get a pulse on it. And then also with ads, like I have no idea how meta ads works anymore with my like I if I create a new account, I'm not sure how if I need followers and stuff like that, or if I should just run it through my gym account for the first one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I have no idea about any of that. So I personally have to like educate myself on all the new that new way of doing things.
me too, me too. But I'm excited to do that because that's like a whole nother like getting your Meta API key or Google Ads
Right.
API and getting all that to run within Claude Code. That'll be really fun.
Right.
Record it, record. I'll do the
Yeah.
same
Okay.
process
Okay. Yeah.
for
And
just like
then what else do we need to do for the community other than what we're doing?
I'm gonna be polishing up the Instagram carousel skill. That's gonna be the one I'm planning on dropping this week. I think we just keep with the like one skill a week cadence, or like if there's like it makes more sense to release two at one time
Okay.
on like I like Saturday, that works. Um if I mean I think it's just like pushing people to somehow keep doing the AIOS, which I think is just between you and me, just a lot of like following up, like just messaging people directly.
Okay.
Which I don't know,
Um,
is there anything else you'd, like, add to that? And maybe, like, if there's an occasional video, like, something a tip you found really helpful or, like, a tool, like, I might make a quick run through on, like, Appify 101, like, in 5 minutes, just, like, why you should be using Appify and how to set it up with Claude Code, like, because that's a tool I use a lot, just, like, for the community to just have,
yeah.
like, a starting point, like, it can be, like, tool that can be in that could fall in the tools we use classroom.
Yeah.
Just like thoughts, like random like things like that that we can both always add.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's
How's the content going? I haven't checked your page at all. Like I have no idea.
it's been good. I've been focusing a lot more on Instagram growth, which is like I know I told you that last week, I think it was, but I'm up on the week. I'm up I think like 80 followers. So I was at like 92 a week ago, and I'm at 172 today, which is good.
Are you
Um,
are you driving like clicks to get on your email list or what?
right now, the take that I'm doing, and because I was playing around with Claude about it, essentially, I'm getting in the email, and then I built out a funnel for that. That is like a two. It's a 2 day, but I need to make it a 3 day. I think. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. That's like selling them on like giving them, hey, like here's the resource. And then, hey, here's all the free resources. And then, hey, here's the like we give the way this entire thing. I was gonna make like a Loom video as well to take them to the school page. But I'm gonna get back into the like just my direct call to actions or getting people to the community. So I was doing that on like every other video cadence on TikTok for a bit. But I was doing that when I first started on Instagram, and like I just was like my videos were having terrible, like they just weren't performing well because I think it was coming off as too like salesy, if that makes sense. Um, so I'm going to like the credibility play of like getting more followers back in the door before I start to do that on Instagram because it's an entirely new audience. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And maybe you think that's wrong. I don't know. Tell me if you think that's wrong, like, or if I
Oh,
should be
I don't
doing.
know. I don't know. That's why I'm curious because I'm not doing anything on that front. I'm almost done with a content system because I just was spending too much time, so I had to make some changes. So I'm almost done with that, and then that I'm gonna start running consistent content every single day
Okay,
for my
short
own
form,
what
short form,
written written
written. Okay.
yeah Yeah, mainly written, for LinkedIn and X, for sure,
Okay.
and then I want to essentially run the transcripts for YouTube, but that's gonna take a little longer because I need to automate that even more because I don't have the hours to do it.
The time.
So, uh, but yeah, I really wanna focus on getting people in school specifically, and
Yeah.
so I think like, I don't care about my follower count. I just wanna see people going and clicking because how does that content look different? I think it's gonna be just, like, showing more of what you get, but also 'cause I just think the news hack I don't know if the news hacking is working because everybody's doing it, and so it's
The,
just, like
Anthropic just dropped this.
yeah, like, I'm not saying it doesn't work, I'm just saying it's not it gets you followers, but it doesn't get you, business opportunities,
Full,
right?
full. Yeah.
And so, like, I think people need to see AI system in a box and actually see what it's doing, and then also being sharing testimonials and like doing that, like actually advertising the product as like a content strategy. And so that's what I'm going to try to start doing on my end,
Okay. I'll start
probably
incorporating
next
that
month.
in some as well, like
That's
the
what I was
short
saying.
form.
Like you said, you got 80 followers, but like who like great, but I don't know like how many of those people signed up for the email is like, or how many like what's the conversion data on that? That's what I'd be like interested in.
Okay. I'll
It's
look
like
into that.
how are you making your decisions on what to do next?
A lot of it right now, so to be, yeah, I'm definitely more so chasing. Like I said, I could be totally wrong in doing this. The way
Yeah,
I'm
I
seeing
mean,
it is I'm looking at like, all right, who I was looking at school, like who has some of the highest, like most successful school communities right now. Um, and I looked like the top 5 specifically, but there was like a few in that list, and I was like, all right, like reverse engineering them, like how are these guys doing it? And the strategy that well, and so I guess the problem I found myself in is like we started the school community before I was even on Instagram.
yeah.
These guys didn't start their school community till they had like 50,000 followers on Instagram.
Mm,
Based off like they spent those first couple months just like basically giving free value to people, building the audience because Instagram is a lot more. What I like about Instagram is it's a lot more like your followers are a lot more likely to see your content. TikTok, I think I told you this, like
yeah.
just someone follows you, a follower on TikTok doesn't mean anything. Like they see your content, but the great thing about Instagram is that they do repeatedly see your content. But a lot of them didn't start till later on. And so beforehand, they were just doing a lot of the like value based, like here's like hacks for ChatGPT, here's like Claude Code, like here's how to set up Claude Code, stuff like that. Um, and then until they got to a certain threshold. So that was like that's why I was on the board of like I was trying just the same thing I was doing on TikTok for a while. I wasn't getting much of a hit rate, so I was like, I'm gonna just go higher funnel to just like get people to just like followers in the door because then they're gonna start seeing my content more, and then that way I can like oh this guy teaches me how to do stuff all the time, and then once the community stuff comes at a higher frequency, then I can start shoving that down their throat, kind of, if that makes sense. Does that? Sorry, that was a
No,
lot. I don't know if
that makes
I answered.
sense. No, that's what I was asking. I didn't know what the strategy
Yeah.
was. That's why I was just like clarifying because like 80 followers means nothing to me if I don't know the strategy. So that's good. Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, so that's I don't know. So that's the
Are
strategy
you looking
built
at the analytics though?
on videos
Yeah.
or on Beehive, like
Okay.
or I'm looking on both. I'm looking on both.
Okay.
Um, but no, yeah, I'll start incorporating like
And like, is
every I'm
that
gonna say
one video a day or like what is that looking like?
right now on Instagram, I've been doing anywhere from 1 to 2. I haven't been able
Okay.
to do more than 2. But
Yeah.
it's been like 1 is more like the like AI tip, like an actionable tip someone could take and run. And then the other is like maybe like a more so talking head about just like the state of AI and why you should learn AI.
Right. Right. I like that because I'm
And
just thinking like how you are actually getting the data like between the different types of videos, and then
yeah,
maybe it's like both, or it's or one of them really, like you
yeah,
said, is like non-starter. But I was just
yeah.
curious, like what the data is telling you to do versus what the follower count is telling you to do.
No, yeah, the data is I mean, the data would say, like, in terms of, like, bookmarks and things, it's a lot of it's, like, right now, the top of funnel stuff,
Yeah.
if that answers your question.
I almost feel like there's a way, and again, this is like I want to be able to do this, but I can't do this yet. But is the every content piece is essentially a productized piece of content. So like you're packaging value some way, you're you're giving an offer away that's like low cost or free, and then that's what gets people in the door. So, like it used to be like a just like here's the PDF type thing, right? Like stuff
Yeah.
like that, like artifacts or prompts or whatever it is. I wonder how that would perform on a separate. Does that make sense?
Like, the are you
Like
saying,
what if
like
we had 100 different lead magnets, for the
yeah, for
community?
the community. No, for sure, yeah, that makes a bunch of sense. I was thinking, what if we
And it's like the news is great, but leverage the news to give something away.
yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I think a lot of times, like, I've done this with some videos, but I think a lot of times, like, that answer is kinda just like the news is like Oracle just laid off 30% or 30,000 employees because they didn't know how to use AI. And then it's like, tell them why this is important, why this matters. And it's like, if you want to learn, if you want like a done for you AI system in a box, that like in 48 hours will be saving you 10 hours a week. We have that in our school community link in bio. We'd love to see you in there. That's like my typical, like even just something like that. Is that what you're talking about? Whether, because that's not really
Yeah,
lead magnet
yeah.
focused. The like, and
I
in
just
terms
mean
of
like a literal like lead magnet, but for every single video.
yeah, I can, yeah, for sure do that approach.
But that's
No,
got
I'm
to
always gonna
tie to the community in the way that like what are we doing,
yeah,
right? And we're onboarding professionals and small business people. So like the tool or the giveaway has to do that.
yeah. Let's think,
Cuz it doesn't it makes me rethink like if like you're going to keep doing that for the next month, it almost makes more sense just to make the community free again.
you think free?
I'm not saying I think that. I'm just saying we're not converting at all. We're at zero,
Yeah.
right? And
What if
so
we did like,
I'm okay with being at zero for the next month because like the live event and stuff like that, like that's where I think I think the money's going to be as far as that.
sure,
But it begs the question on like what's our strategy for the content specifically, and I don't feel like it's working for paid.
it's not working. Yeah, I would agree. What if like the approach to of we could totally just go back to free, or we could say or we could switch it to like 7-day free trial or something too. And
Yeah,
that could get people in the door, get them using the AI operating system. Worst case scenario, they take it and run after 7 days, but we could get like we're getting feedback on it.
yeah.
Um, but I could like draft up and make some content centered around like every like in a creative way, but like every day of the AI operating system, what they're getting, and we could try that if you want. If you want to go to like a 7-day free trial, just because
How
that's
about
what
you?
we'd be doing,
How
or
about
if
you
you
just
want to go,
keep doing what you're doing for the next month, and if we get zero, then that's fine. I'm okay with that.
all right, all right, yeah, that's good.
I,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just I'm just
I don't.
trying. I don't know what you've been doing, so I'm sorry. I'm like going around in circles. I'm not aware of what the content strategy is, or what's working or what's not working. And I am almost done with this whole like content thing for my X and my LinkedIn. And so I just want to be cognizant of what your strategy is, so
Oh
I can
goodness,
work with it.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
no, yeah, I like and, like, another part of it. I guess, yeah, I guess what I've been chasing is followers because what I've seen work on Instagram is the credibility piece of like the people with the best school communities are the ones that like have at least like 20,000 followers because they have that credibility. And the problem here is I didn't start on Instagram. I started on TikTok,
Yeah.
which the audience on Instagram is so much more is exponentially more leverageable. But like if I'd started on Instagram and I'm at 5,000 followers on Instagram already, I think it'd be a different story. If that, I don't know if that
Yeah,
making sense. Like,
dude,
I don't know.
I think I
Wrong.
severely disagree with you.
Do you?
I don't think the follower count matters at all.
You don't. You think it's like simply just like give value, like the. What's your take? Yeah. This is good to
Well,
hear.
I'm just thinking like if it for our school, right? In the last month, we've had over 100 people and nobody's bought except for the influx we had from the same company, which doesn't really
Yeah.
count. Um, so if 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 I believe what you're saying, if I believe what you're saying, it scares me because that means I'm a year or more away from being an authority, and that's not true. So the authority is in the hook.
Of the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see what
What
you mean. Yeah.
what because if Alex Hormozy started from scratch today, right? We all know that he would have 1,000 followers day one because he has the authority to back up what he's saying or giving away. So I feel like there must be something there other than the fact. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's really hard for me to believe because like to me, it's like, what's the point? You got to use paid ads if that's true.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from, dude. I don't. I go. I'm just
No,
like no. I can totally.
I'm challenging the idea. I don't have to be right,
Yeah.
but if
It. I
if what
Go
you're
ahead.
saying is true, like, dude, doesn't that just demotivate the crap out of you? Like, what's the point?
Yeah, I see that. I like the point for me is like I guess like I see the power too, and like I think it's like major hockey stick, and it
Yeah.
will exponentiate. Like it's gonna take time, like for
Okay.
the audience. Like, audience building
Yeah.
takes time. Like I'm not gonna have 1,000 followers, and maybe I would have 1,000 followers in a day.
No, see, that's what I'm saying though. It's not the followers. That's I
Oh
use
yeah,
that
yeah,
example. But like
yeah, yeah.
the 80
Like ball.
people that you got as followers, none of them DM'd you, none of them reached out to you. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right? What is the metric for success? I just don't see it as how can you possibly do followers? I don't see how it works.
You know, you bring up a great point.
And
Um,
if you look at some of the school communities, some of them do not have a lot of followers, but are making a crap ton of money.
should we just yeah, okay, so I
So
need to get more people to the
so
school
again,
page.
like again, I have no like solid content, right? But I'm thinking it's not working the way you want it to. So the hook, the giveaway, the call to action, like those three things, or it's just like I said, just keep going with what you're doing and then like let's see what happens in a month.
I'm definitely game to try to at least filter in like 50-50 with what I've been doing.
And this is where the news thing I feel like doesn't work well because it's like we're the reporters, but we're not the professionals. So it's like the news reporting has to have the validation of this is what I've done. So the authority comes through. And then it's not just like news for news purposes, it's news from an authority.
Yeah, yeah, so are you saying if you build a following around people that just follow you to give them the news, you have no authority.
I mean, you
You're
have authority. It's just not.
it's not like they aren't following you for you. They're following you for just
I don't even know if I can log into
depending on
Instagram.
who it is.
This is so crazy. I'm like a freaking boomer now. Okay, I can't even log into Instagram. I don't know what my code is. Pull up your videos real quick. You got like 10 more minutes, right?
Yeah. I got a div at 4.
Okay, let's do this real quick. Pull up your Instagram and just play like the last 2 videos.
This is Canva, Figma, and PowerPoint. 3 days ago, Anthropic dropped Claude Design, and Figma stock literally dipped 7% overnight because it is that good. And no, this isn't just another Claude feature that is buried inside some menu. It is a full design app that is built right into your Claude Pro or Claude Max subscription.
Yeah, go to the next one. Go to the next one.
All right, this take might offend some people, but there's probably only a 12 to 18th month window, maybe less, where any founder, co-founder, employee, or industry leader that is not AI native is going to lose their seat, lose their job, and become a dinosaur. It's already happening. Here's what I mean. So in case you've been living under a rock, Oracle, which is one of the largest tech companies in the world, laid off.
Try this. So I've actually did see these on YouTube, I think. Do the same thing, but after the first like 5 seconds of like, this is the news that I'm going to tell you, then drop your authority real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. As in why they should listen. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Like,
makes sense.
so like, Alex Hormozy, like, I've built billion-dollar businesses in the last 6 months, blah, blah, blah. Like that real fast hook. That's what I mean by like, my offer for my website has been like non-existent, and that's what I'm working on right now. And that's why I can't give you a good one. For me though, in like the health and fitness industry, it's like I've helped thousands of people transform their bodies, and I've had retained a 5-star Google review for whatever. Like that's challenge me on anything health related after I say that. Good luck. Like thousands of people transform their bodies and has never had a bad review. Like, so for you, what did you just say about the client that you did the 2-hour consult with? It was like 60% in 3 weeks or 6 weeks, or what was it?
He 6x'd his leads in 60 days. He 6x'd his leads in 60 days. And then my
agency just 6x leads in 60 days. And then the LinkedIn thing, you had a really good one from that one as well.
Yeah. For that one, it's like, for that one, it's like I built a entirely automated LinkedIn content engine for a go-to-market engineering agency, and it's allowed them to like 25% increase their client base.
So don't tell me what you built. Tell me what it did.
Outcome. Lead with outcome.
Exactly.
So that'd be like my agency just increased my agency just increased leads for a client like 25% or whatever in 2 months with LinkedIn content.
And then have like just 2 little screenshots that you use for the next 100 videos if you want. Like it doesn't matter. But it's like a flash of the guy's text message or whatever it is where they're like, "Holy crap, Zach," whatever that is, whatever you got.
Okay. Dude, that's okay.
And then that's literally because you and I both talk really fast when we're doing these videos in a good way. It's not a bad thing. But like, it's like, here's the news that I'm going to talk about, 3 seconds or whatever it is. And then this is why you should listen to me because of the outcomes I've done. And then finish the news.
Mm-hmm. I like that a lot.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd be so interested in what happens to your data after that. Like,
I'll start doing that every single video.
And again, I could be totally wrong. Like, if I had content, you could pick on my content right now, but I don't.
No, yeah, you're right.
I'm just curious if that makes it better.
Well, dude, I'm chasing a vanity metric, but ironically, I think this would even help with the follower count. Like you said,
100%.
Also, it'll get people in it'll get people in just some sort of funnel. Cause like I am structuring my newsletter funnel. It's all like the offer in the newsletter funnel is all the community. Like all of them every week. And I nurture them for the community. I do like a 3-2-1 structure. Like
Yeah.
3 things worth paying attention to, which is like maybe I need to be doing more of like I need to just constantly remind people, but like the one workflow is typically something that's like totally related to the community. So it's like that's like I'm getting them in the funnel that way, but I probably need to be also more direct. But I will also
Maybe
I'll
that
start,
sounds good. That sounds good.
but
I
I'll
think
start
it's more about getting the people in the door
for
to your
sure.
email list.
I'll start. I'm gonna start doing that in every single one of my videos, like every single one. Um, and then I can, dude. Even sometimes I'm gonna probably lean on your authority too, like my like the
Whatever
like my
works.
part
Yeah.
my partner built a freaking like maybe I can't say that like a whole custom agent SDK. Like, but like in some like I know I have a good idea of some of the stuff you built. Or if you want to even send me a text real quick, like a bullet point of like some really cool like things that you've like outcomes you've delivered for yourself, or like I don't even know who it's for.
Yeah.
Tell me that 'cause
Use
I can lean on
use
that
the
too.
use the use the number from Mariana. Like I said, take out the name or whatever the last name. But like that's a one screenshot you can keep using for sure. Like our member did this, and then it's just like a
Here's the
1 second zoom in of 16 grand in 1 week. Like that's a good
like
one.
here's exactly how one of our community members is saving $16,000 a week with our with our AI system in a box.
Exactly.
And then walk them through the
But just be careful in the details because it's like they got to. It's like just enough to know what the outcome is, but it's you don't want to make it too long. It's just like just so you have the authority. Because like you're talking to me like you need more followers for the authority. You already have the authority.
right.
Like name something we can't do today. You can't. We can do
No.
everything right now. So eh, that's yeah.
No, this is good. I need to be told all this, so thank you.
Because your videos are killer. Like I really believe that.
Yeah.
But there's no need to wait for the authority.
Okay.
And I wonder if that's what
That's
is
probably a big
partially
hold
missing
back.
right now.
Do you want to switch it to 7 days free, or like let's just roll with this for
No,
another
no, no,
month?
no, no. Let's
Let's just roll
forget
with this
that.
for another
Forget
month.
that. Yeah, forget that.
Okay.
Because
Roll this.
we have 250 in the bank. You got to tell me when I owe you money, by the way, because I'm super confused on that. But uh, we
Okay,
got
yeah.
it. We
I
got
mean,
like I don't know. We got
we have
$250. It's
less
been
than
like
a month
3 months
left.
now. Is it?
What's up?
Has it been 3 months?
For the school community, I think it's been 2. I think it's only been 2.
Okay, so we're $200 in. I gave you the 50, and then we have the 250. So just let me know when I owe you money.
Yeah, well, and also I haven't even done the payout yet because I need to sort that out. I haven't even done the payout yet.
Oh,
So I
that's
need
what
to
I'm saying. I don't care. Just keep it. Keep it. Just keep it.
well, I'm saying I haven't even paid it out to myself. Like the money is still sitting in school.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I'll
Got it. Got
set
it. Got it.
all of that up. I'll set all of that up,
Okay.
but the money's still sitting in school.
I'm just don't let me forget that because I just it's something that I will not because I don't even know the day that we report. So once you figure that out, let me know and then tell me when I need to send you money what day, and I'll make sure it's always there. But
I will.
what I'm getting to is the fact that I don't care if we take another month of just nothing changing in our group. Like I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Because again, it's just getting better the more people that try it. And like I've been back and forth with Cherie, and I I gave her a huge install of how to get in Outlook working for her instead of Gmail because she has Outlook. So once
Okay.
she tests that and verifies it works on her end, because I tested and verified it for myself, but I want to make sure that somebody else works for them, then I
That's
can add that in. And that's a new feature we have. And we can just keep doing that every week with the one skill or the one automation. And then
yeah.
again, I think if
I
I
think
had
we
more time, I'd be
yeah.
showing this stuff. Show this stuff on your content. Like show
Okay.
it. Like
I'll be
let
showing it,
people
and then
see it. They will want it.
as we organize this entire live event, I'll hop on and I'll record like as I'm figuring out setting up like Google like ads and everything. And then that can be a whole nother like mini course is Claude Code for like literally like for like managing ads. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That can
yeah,
be
for
another
sure. But
if you're fine with that, or like unless you don't want to deviate much from the like the just system in a box.
if you think that's a good idea, go for it. But again, like we have a product, we just need to get it out there.
Yeah.
Like so people need to see it and they need to see what it does. I don't think we
Yeah.
need more stuff.
Okay.
like everybody has had positive feedback. So it's product market fit. We're like really close. So I just think we
Yeah.
need to get the word out and people need to see it. So it's like it's almost like your B-roll. If you have B-roll, it should always be cool stuff that Cowork is doing with AI system in a box. And it could be the
Yeah.
same thing. It doesn't matter. Like you don't have to get crazy with it, but people are gonna be like, whoa, what's that? Can I have that? How did you do that? Like
Okay. Yeah.
that's when that's gonna come through. If like you newsjack with authority and then show what we have, people are gonna be like, ooh, I want that.
Another content idea I'll make too is because I'll incorporate that into is like I'm gonna make one how like I've been able to travel for the last 3 months. I've been able to go to, and I'm gonna name off all the places I've been to.
Yeah.
And Claude runs my life. Here's how, and then I'll just I'll basically like give a zoom bird's eye view of the AI operating system.
Yeah. And then, oh, dude, that just gave me a great
And that
idea.
could be
The other
that could be
authority?
something if it like is doing somewhat decent. Let's throw money at it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
like I'll make that
Well,
one totally community centric.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm curious about your data. Because if you had one or two videos that hit, like we can start throwing paid ads behind that if the funnel is working. But I
Mhm.
don't think the funnel's fully working yet, or at least we're not confident it is. So I don't want to throw money at it yet. But yeah, 100%.
No.
And then there you go. That was another obvious authority piece. I have been traveling the world boop, 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 and making money. Like, and
And
my
here the and then
agency,
yeah,
you know, however you
and like
say that, but
yeah, it's like
that's the
for
authority.
background, it's like and then like for background, like I'm Zach, I run an AI agency, and like I've helped one of my clients 6x his lead in the last 60 days, all while I've been traveling, or like something
Yes,
like
there you go. Now you get
yeah.
it. That's it.
And like
Perfect.
there's an art to executing on these. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Instagram's tricky. But like there's an art. I'm gonna put a lot of effort into these to make the quality really pristine.
Yeah.
I don't know because like I've yeah, well, yeah, that should be good though. But like yeah, and then it's
Just
just a
think
volume
this
game from there. But
what videos are you watching? That's what happens, right?
you're
You're
so
like,
right.
this is an interesting thing that I'm not sure if I know or not in AI. And then they give their authority, and then boom. And like you have a school community now, you have the everything we just named, you've been traveling. And again, they don't need to know that we made $250, but you're making money while you're traveling the world off of your business. Like
Yeah.
that's what matters.
Mhm.
That's it.
I'm
That's
gonna
the
lean into that.
authority. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Perfect. Perfect.
All right, man.
Um,
Sweet.
sweet. This has been good. It's been really helpful. Thank you. It's been good to
Yeah,
talk a
of
lot of
course.
this out.
Of course. I think you're
Uh,
doing an awesome job. I think we're so freaking
we
close, man. We're so
we're
close.
freaking close. We're freaking close, and I think it'll be good. These in person events are gonna be great, and like we're gonna figure it out along the road. Like you said, whatever that looks like, it's gonna be a fun summer. I really believe that.
I just my big thing is between us is just like I got to get a couple grand every month and then I
Um,
could really pull back from the gym and then I could be like, okay, a couple hours a week I can actually do content. You know what I mean? Like but
Yeah.
right now, there's just no freaking way. I just can't. It's impossible.
No.
And I keep telling
Yeah.
myself, and that's why I was working on the automation thing, and it's helping, but it's just not the same. And again, I think video is really the killer content right now. But anyways, I I just we're so freaking close to that, and so I'd like to do
We're
that in the next like month.
okay. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
All right.
Dude, I'm gonna work on some. That's why I also can't wait for summer to be done with classes because like I'm just gonna be a content machine. Like I'm gonna be trying to make like 2 reels a minimum every day, and see how that goes. Because like
Yeah.
that'll just scale. And that content's a time game, but I'm really curious to see how this works and like I'll everything we talked about start implementing today. So
Yeah. All right. Sweet. And then yeah, I think that's it.